Hey guys, me again. You know who I am. Today I'm here to talk about Fortuna and the issues I have with Fortuna. And I was kind of hesitating to make this video. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to make this. But I feel like some of the stuff I'm going to say needs to be said. I feel like no one else is talking about it. So the main problem I have with Fortuna is the waiting. Now waiting is something you normally do in Warframe, like as for waiting for build times and stuff like that. That's normal stuff. But with Fortuna, it becomes really, really excessive to the point where it feels like once you reach the end of the grind of Fortuna, it just feels like a half of an update. And I mean, it is half of an update, but like it feels really, really empty. I'll give you an example. So when I got into Fortuna, the first thing I wanted to do was grind for Garuda and test her out to see if she was worth having or not. Now to get Garuda, all you have to do is go grind out the parts and bounties, which is super simple, and her parts drop like candy. But after that, to build her, you need to get to the second highest rank in Solaris standing to get the correct gem to refine. Then you can build Garuda, right? And on top of that, she has her 12-hour wait times for her parts and her 3-day build time on top of that, right? So you need to grind max rank, right? So what could I do in the meantime while I was grinding max rank? Well, I could build a kit gun or a MOA, but that would get me off track for grinding Garuda because that takes rep to buy the parts I need. So that's really a no-go. I'll have to wait till after I get Garuda. Okay, what else can I do? Well, I could grind the new clan weapons, but the problem is that the clan weapons, you can't research them all at the same time. You have to research them one at a time. In other words, so if I'm trying to build the Akicore, I need to research the Kreska first, and I want to build the Batacore, I need to research the Akicore first. And on top of that, there's a 3-day research time that you cannot rush or anything like that with Platinum. And then after that, when you actually get the weapons require 10 field drawn each to build, right? And to do that, to get field drawn, I need to go into invasions, do the 3 missions for the 3 field drawn, and then I have to wait until the invasion is over. Right? Sometimes it takes 1 day, sometimes it takes 2. So the amount of waiting I felt like I had to do it just got insane. And the only other thing I could do reasonably was to grind for Ventkids standing, but that's like a whole nother standing that doesn't count towards Solaris United rep, and races don't give you any rep anymore. Okay, so the only real way to get Ventkid rep is to go grind the circle at the Pearl. That's the only thing you can do to get Ventkids rep at a reasonable rate. Otherwise, it's just too scarce outside of the circle. Here, just look at this. Surely you see the problem with that, right? Sometimes combo doesn't want to start for tricks at all, or you just won't get any rep for tricks. And the rep that you do get isn't a lot outside of grinding the circle. For grinding for multipliers, that'll get your score up. So yeah, it's not really that great. And to be honest, grinding Ventkids rep feels like a chore that I've just avoided now. Like, it's just, I don't want to grind for it anymore. The only thing I even want out of the Ventkids is the fucking Nitro Boost mod to see if K-Drives can be as fast as Arcwings. But for the most part, I mean, Arcwing, it's all can teleport, so it's probably not even that worth it anyways. And I can just trade for the mod and buy a K-Drive. The K-Drive special daily specials are actually reasonably priced to be like 57 platinum. So they're actually a good price, unlike the other daily specials that we've seen, like in Cetus. Now, with all that said, once you do hit your max rep, you do get Garuda and whatnot. Well, what's next? Well, I could go grind for the new mods and the bounties, but the mods drop like candy, so you're probably going to have them in the first few days before you even hit the max rank. All right, and I'm not really interested in the mods, to be honest. The orb fights aren't in the game, as one of the orbs doesn't even have their AI hooked up yet, so I kind of knew that they weren't going to be an option. What else got to do? Well, other than grind for bounties, that's really it. And the thing is, you don't even really have to do bounties for, say, reputation at all. All you have to do is just feed Ticker resources, and he shits out insane amounts of rep. Like, that's how I grinded to max rank so easily. In fact, the thing is, you don't even have to play the game to like do it. All you have to do is do a tiny bit of fishing and a tiny bit of mining, and you'll hit your cap for the day within less than an hour. So hell, even a few minutes. And then once you hit your cap, since I'm a veteran, there's literally nothing else for me to do in the game, right? I've done everything. While I'm waiting for the other stuff to happen, there's nothing much for me to do. The mods aren't worth anything in trade chat, really. So that's a no-go. I can't just farm those for platinum. So what my point is, you can't just dive into the interesting things right away. And once you get through all that, the update really feels really empty after that. Like, after you grind max rep, I mean, you could experiment with kick guns, but you probably already know what the best are due to the way the meta is. It's just hybrid. MOAs are really personal preference, and you can trade for the mods, so there's really no point in building other MOAs. Just build one and you're good, and trade for the other mods. And it's not like the spiders that do work in Fortuna right now, they don't really give you anything interesting. There's nothing unique they drop, or nothing. There's no reason to go out looking for them or hunting for them at all. In fact, I feel like the only really unique enemies that even drop anything interesting are the hyenas, which drop the new elements for pets, but pets already have enough mods. So even then, that's probably not that worth it. Now let's talk about the whole spoiler when you reach max rank. It contributes absolutely nothing to the story overall. It is pointless. Like, after you see the spoiler, that's kind of it. It's just there for no reason. Like, it doesn't contribute anything. It's not important in any way. It doesn't help you grow as a character in the story. Nothing. So honestly, I wouldn't even say it's a spoiler at all at this point. It's just weird. And that's it. It's just there for shock factor. Like, after that, it just feels like there's not a lot to this update. Now, sure, it is half an update, but you can truly feel that. I understand that the developers are trying to make it so that we don't blow through the content in an instant, but at the same time, waiting is not playing the game. And that's the issue I have here. So what am I doing in the meantime? Well, personally, I'm playing Destiny. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I fucking hate Destiny, and I still do. So you're probably wondering why I even play Destiny. Well, it's something to do. It is something to grind for in the meantime while Warframe gets his content ready for the next update. So while Destiny certainly doesn't have more content than Warframe, what it does have is an end game and sustainable time wasters like its PvP, versus Conclave is not really fun at all. While Destiny's PvP is frustrating, it feels somewhat familiar to the base game and the PvE side, rather than it just be completely disconnected. I can make an entire video on how Destiny's balance changes have just been catered toward fucking vegetables and wheelchairs, but I'll save that for another time. Anyway, guys, that's all for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.